Look at this restriction. This is unbelievable, guys. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, as you can see, we have a package. This is an MST Performance hybrid style cold air intake. It's a true cold air intake for the MK7 GTI. This is the best, the number one, hands down cold air intake for the GTI. Today, we're going to be installing it. Removing the OEM or factory intake is pretty straightforward. Mine's actually going to be even easier than yours because the previous owner modified it. So as you can see, that is broken. So just going over here, comes right out. This is hit or miss because this is the vacuum line. Sometimes it gets stuck because like the car is cold. Yeah, might have to get a pick. You don't want to damage the vacuum line here. So go ahead, pull this up, comes right out, pretty straightforward. And then I just got to wiggle this off. I'm just gonna get back here, use a flathead. I can't flatten my flathead, so just got a little bit I'm using. All right, once you got all that off, should literally just come out just like this. Now we're gonna do the turbo inlet. So if you come over here, you see where I'm attached right here. That's actually supposed to be a T30. Sometimes it's a T25. If it's stock, it should be a T30. And basically just get a little extension and you start screwing. It shouldn't be in there too tight. Keyword shouldn't. I already got mine loose, so I'm just gonna spin it around here. Now this really reminds me of the Jetta days, guys. One of the last parts I installed on the Jetta was a turbo inlet pipe, and it was such a pain. Unlike this one I can literally just turn. I think one of these. Oh, stuck. Yeah. Turn towards the car, and it's loose. Turbo inlet is out. I left the PCV breather attached over here and I basically just yanked it. It took me like a couple of attempts because I didn't want to break anything. You know, I have a habit of breaking things. And I also dropped the bolt down there. But you know, it is what it is. Time to put the new turbo inlet in. Here is the hybrid style, quote unquote, MST Performance turbo inlet compared to the factory. This one is so much bigger, even the opening itself. So look how big that is. Look how much of the screen it takes up. And then this one. Massive. Look how much bigger that is. That's crazy. And then this side is bigger than the factory actual opening. Yeah, look how small and restrictive that is, guys. Unbelievable. Let's go put this in. Basically, we're gonna reverse the process. All right, that's in. Now we just gotta be very careful. Guys, this is incredible. This turbo inlet is so big. These connectors right here for the O2 sensor and the brake stuff, literally had to disconnect them and route them over here temporarily so I could get my hand in here and have enough clearance to put the turbo inlet pipe in. But look how big this thing is, guys. You can literally all the way over. And as you can see, the MST logo in the middle of your screen and the hole lines up perfectly. So screw everything back in and we can work on the rest of the intake. Time to put the silicone hose on. Look, slides in there perfectly. Almost forgot the clamp, guys. Don't forget that. That'll be a big L. Have this thing blow off while you're doing a pull. Yeah. So we'll pop this into place. Sometimes hands, just two hands, is what's needed for finesse, guys. The littlest things. So different. So once you got it in there, just push it down, make sure the grommets are through on both sides. And then after that, we're gonna take this piece, I think it goes like this. Yeah, so it'll go here, connect to the intake, because the vacuum line has to connect there. And then we put the cone, I believe. So the smaller end, my mistake, goes in here. Then make sure you got your clip in there, because the vacuum line needs to go there. And then screw it up. Once you screw that in, you take your nice, beautiful air filter. Make sure the clamp is on there. So once everything's in, just do yourself a huge favor, double check all the connections, vacuum line, make sure this is in place. You can just let this chill as long as it's not hitting anything. Make sure everything's secure. Everything looks good. Now, make sure everything's torqued down, like I said, because it's been a couple of days since I put in this intake and the cone has already popped off 3 times. One doing a pull, one just normal daily driving, and earlier today when I literally turned the car on, I literally heard it like drop into like this because it makes noise because it like rattles around. Do yourself a huge favor, make sure everything's perfect. What I've noticed works best is if you put this into the cone first, then slide it into here, because that gives you the opportunity to tighten these two together before it's in the car so you can get it as tight as possible. So this should be good. So far, intake's awesome. I'm gonna do a full review video on it in a couple days, along with some sound clips. So stay tuned for that. If you want more videos, do me a favor, subscribe down below. If you have any questions, comment down below as well. I do respond to everybody. And I'll catch you guys in about 7 days. Peace.